Jump cut to somehow the Megalodon is inside the tube wearing like a wriggling suit. It's like, meh. And Meg invented a kind of makeup that now just deep sea divers just give me a little lipstick, boom,
good.
little eyeliner,
Some foundation, fine.
Okay, so are we saying they're aliens? Some combination of really long screwdriver and mer people.
Yes.
Somewhere in the middle is our
Kevin
answer.
Costner's Merfolk Anatomy.
Yeah. This guy can see through dimensions.
Ooh, everyone knows gamma radiation makes you buoyant.
Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, and welcome to Mr. Takes, the show where we disprove movie goofs with a combination of quick wit and bullshit. I'm your host, Ryan. With me, as always, is my co-host, Eric.
Hello, chums.
And today our guest is Jim. Now, if you haven't seen the show before, what we do is we go through a list of movie mistakes from a particular movie. It's up to us to describe and explain why they're not actually mistakes at all within the storyline of the movie. And that movie is...
The Meg.
The Meg, because who doesn't love a giant shark movie? The shark's giant. The movie's just regular sized.
Thank God for that.
To pair with the Meg, we are drinking the Reflex from Mikerphone Brewing. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's a fruited pale ale with a bit of strawberry, so we figured strawberry, a little red hue to it. You know, it's like blood in the water. And a big thanks to Mikerphone in Elk Grove Village for letting us hang out, shoot here, drink their beers, and this is their new Blue Room, which is fucking awesome, by the way. So, boys, the Meg.
The most recent movie we have reviewed, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is pretty damn recent.
I hate you both.
That's fine. That is totally fine.
We owe Jim an hour and a half of his life back.
Yeah.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry because I will watch any fucking shark movie. And having seen both 3-headed and 5-headed shark, we're still better off with the Meg. So fuck you.
And having had, since we've all been, subjected to Baby Shark, this is not that bad.
Yeah.
Megalodon shark. I mean, Megalodon shark. I didn't say do. I just kept saying shark.
You did.
Shark. Not a thing. Okay. Anyway, hot takes on the Meg.
Okay. I actually have a funny story about this because I actually did see this in the theater. Because
So did I. It's fine. It's fine.
Both of you.
It's fine. We're Meg buddies.
Yep. So there, later on, we'll get to this. There is a scene where a shark basically starts biting on the plexiglass of the lab, and they are running around trying to figure out where's the little girl. That's fine.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: when they were looking for her, I actually heard someone in the theater say out loud, just going, "Did it eat the little girl?"
So somebody didn't understand the movie they were watching.
No.
Or how water works.
Yeah.
Or
what a fish is, apparently. So, yeah, that's I kind of rewatching this. I was like, I kind of watched it going like, I kind of miss that moron. I don't know where they are. I hope they're doing well, but
see, how great would it have been if it's like jump cut to somehow the Megalodon is inside the tube wearing like a wriggling suit. It's like, meh. Just totally changes the movie, and it would have been possibly more
then it becomes
plausible.
Tremors underwater.
Yeah. Ooh, Tremors underwater. I watched that. So I was kind of entertained that this movie kind of opens the same way as Aquaman. Like, there's this, which is very weird.
A sub-crisis.
Yep.
But one of the things that made me laugh the first time I watched it, and made me laugh again, is spoiler, a big part of it is how Jason Statham left these people to die, right?
Yes.
And the dickhead doctor guy's like, I was there, you fucking left them, you were freaking out.
Yes.
The reason this is so funny is they're fighting in this sub, and Jason Statham's like, if we go back right now, we all die. And then they close the hatch, and the sub implodes and blows up 3 seconds later.
Yes.
Lost your mind! Back off, fella! If we go back, everyone dies. Everyone!
And the doctor's like, what have you done?
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
motherfucker, I just told you were here. It just blew up. I made the right call. It just exploded.
Yes.
Like, it would be different if it's like, they closed the hatch and like the sub sat there for a while.
Yes.
Then it's
For
like,
5 minutes
oh,
on
what
the
have you
radio,
done? But it's
for
like,
5
it
minutes.
fucking blew up,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, for 5 minutes on the radio, they're just like, Jonas, you coming back? Like, we're at the hatch, dude. You can open the door now anytime.
Yeah. What the fuck? Which actually is kind of a jump ahead to when Masioka, right? When he dies,
Yes.
and he sacrifices himself because they separate the hatch,
Yes.
and they go away, and he turns all the lights on. But it's kind of funny because he separates the hatch, and the shark swims away, so they could just go back and
Yeah.
get him.
Yeah.
But he turns all the lights on and gets eaten instead. It's like, no, the shark left. Can we just go get him?
Shark
No,
is going away.
No, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's I laughed so hard at the fucking what have you done? And then Jason Statham turns to the camera like, what have I done? But in real life, I've been like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
We're all alive still, dick.
Yeah, it's like Jonas puts up with a lot of bullshit in this movie.
He does. Holy shit! Like everyone's giving him a hard time all the time.
Yeah.
And
This is the most zen performance I've ever seen out of
Yes.
Statham
Yes.
ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would also say that surprisingly low body count considering what
Giant
the fuck,
shark movie?
Giant shark
Yeah.
with like this packed Shanghai beach, right? It should just be fucking like brah.
Yeah, well,
just
so
going ham.
that is because the director of this movie, John Turteltaub, who we all know from National Treasure,
Of course.
directed this movie. It's PG-13.
Right. The documentary
Yes.
National Treasure.
Right.
Right.
Do you know who was originally attached to direct this film?
No.
Eli Roth. So I want to see Eli Roth.
I want to
the
yeah,
Meg.
I would that there would
So
be
when
my
they
body
remake
count.
this in 20 years, Eli Roth needs to do it.
Yes. Oh, ooh, Eli
Also-
Roth the Meg.
Talking about who's attached or how long this project has been around.
Oh God.
Did any of you happen to come across the little tidbit of how long this script has been literally floating
Ooh.
floating around Hollywood?
Yeah, he did. The author of the book sold the rights like right away, right? Like,
I read
like
the
after
book. I read the
first-
book back in the day,
Yeah.
and like didn't even realize it was the same thing until I was like,
96.
Well, the
my
movie,
my sophomore year of high school is, never mind the book being published.
yeah,
The script has existed
Yeah.
in some form as a project that Disney, Paramount, all these
yes,
all these studios have tried and
Yeah.
failed
And-
to get off the ground.
and this is what we got.
yes.
You're welcome.
Yes,
You get the Meg.
Yeah.
yes.
One of the things that it happens a lot in stuff like this, but I understand if you're going deep diving in a crazy submersible that
Sure.
you don't have to wear full scuba gear. That's fine.
Yeah,
But realistically, there's a pretty good chance something's going to go wrong in this film.
Yes.
So I just think it's funny that some people are like dressed to the fucking like ready for anything, and Jason Statham's wearing like sweatpants.
Yes.
and he's like, "Oh, I'll fucking do it."
Yeah.
Okay, and then somehow they're always surprised when fucking the hatch breaks and they have to grab shit. Like,
Yeah.
you knew this was gonna fucking happen.
Come on.
You were dressing for fucking Tybo. And
Yeah, right.
like, maybe dress for a deep dive.
right.
I don't know.
they're-
Just
they're
throw
in
that out
super
there.
futuristic scuba suits.
And like the self-indulgent fin at the end was a little.
Yeah.
Thank you, John Turteltaub.
Yep.
So let's dive into this.
let's
And
dive-
it-
Yes,
do it.
let's dive in.
Oh boy.
It's a shark movie. Okay.
My apologies. So, so let's just start right at the beginning. So the first rescue, which sets up the trust issue of Statham and his sparkling
Because he only
relationship
saved
with the doctor.
90% of the people.
Right.
What a dick. Go on.
So we're to believe that a sub has drifted down into this trench to a depth of like 11,000 meters. Little research allowing for classified information.
Yeah.
The current crush depth rating, as released by the government for a naval sub, at best, is 750 meters.
Okay, so you're saying there's no way that sub could have.
Well, yeah, because even if we go with what the world knows we can actually do, the CIA and all that, it's maybe 1,000.
Right.
Maybe if you fudge the numbers.
But we're at 10,000. More than 10,000.
10,000, 11,000, like it's 6 miles below the surface.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, going classified is still probably the easiest way, but we can do better. than that.
No,
okay,
wait,
so
yeah.
we can do better. All right.
I mean, so here's the thing. So Rainn Wilson plays the eccentric billionaire in this
Right.
movie. I believe that. So the thing for me with him, and this is going to get into a whole huge thing, is
Okay.
he breaks the fourth wall a couple of times.
Okay.
Not obviously,
Right.
But like he breaks the fourth wall a couple of times. So
Right.
this guy can see through dimensions,
Ooh.
right? He has made so much money from being able to do this. He has figured out how to design a sub that can go 10,000 meters under the
So
sea.
the first naval sub in the beginning is actually co-funded by an eccentric clairvoyant billionaire.
But first attempt, because it doesn't go great.
Right. And so then yeah, part of that sub is made out of extra dimensional material. I would
Yes,
say that
of course.
even if he can't bring the material back, he can kind of bring those formulas back.
Right.
And I would also then say because it is kind of convenient when that sub implodes and explodes. So I think it's more of a scuttling situation. I think it's more like remote detonate.
Yes, well, yes.
Statham's gone, very good. Boop!
Right.
Scuttle the ship because they doesn't want
Yeah,
that.
is the
getting
man
out.
crush safe? Okay, we're gonna just, you know.
Just as a side note, like the rescue missions
Yes.
in this movie are so funny in that they just keep sending one person after the other.
Yep.
Because then, so basically, like the Meg version of ordering a beer would be, I'm gonna go in the other room and order a beer, and after I'm gone for about 6 seconds, I want you to get up and follow me.
Yeah.
And then you give him 3 seconds, and then you follow him.
Yeah.
And then somehow we'll come back with no beer.
Yes.
that's how it's gonna go.
only
one beer.
One
Yeah,
beer.
only one of us comes back with a beer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have to bicker in the other room about who's got the bigger swinging dick to actually order the beer.
Well, I mean, I was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
It's not me. I'm 5'4". So, speaking of Masioka.
Hero.
Hero. For some reason, he goes from having this incredibly thick accent, can barely speak English, to just, now I speak flawless English with barely a hint of an accent.
Yeah.
So how is that?
Okay, so I actually have, since I am half Japanese, I actually have relatives who English was not their first language.
You have relatives who were destroyed in
the Meg.
submersible. In the Meg. Yes, I had relatives died making this movie. You bastards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show some fucking respect.
Yes. Sorry.
But so
We're only disrespecting half of them. So
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. Totally.
So when some of my grandparents and some of my very distant cousins, when they first came here, some of the first words they learned, just as everyone learns foreign languages, were swear words.
Okay.
And so if they were having a conversation in English, you could hear the accent. If they said a swear word, though,
Flawless?
It was flawless.
Huh.
They sounded like they had been in Northern California for generations. So I'm just willing to bet that there were certain words he used more, kind of like an autofill, or like how your cell phone learns certain words. It's just, okay, he had more practice at just flattening it out.
I think it's even better. I think so that his normal conversation is kind of stilted, kind of heavily accented, but that means that he knows he's going on this deep dive, this kind of experimental thing. So that means he practiced the phrase, "I'm writing a letter to my wife," because he's like, look. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to write a letter to my wife.
The only smart person in this movie.
So I'm going
Untested
to,
equipment.
I'm going to rehearse.
Eccentric
speech.
billionaire funding it. I'm not liking my odds, but the pay's really good, so
Yeah,
I'm going
So
anyway.
I like that he's like really gone hardcore on learning this death speech.
He read the safety manual, just took one look at it and said, I'm fucked, but I signed a contract, so I'm okay.
Time to practice how I say
Goodbye.
I'm writing a letter to my
Yeah.
wife.
Just in case.
Yes.
and then immediately sacrifice myself needlessly.
Yes.
Okay. The sharks when they roll up on all the sharks and there's that like little moment of like they harvest their fins for soup, right? All those sharks are floating. Sharks don't float.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Sharks are negatively buoyant.
Yes.
So what's going on in that movie?
Especially without their fins.
Yes.
So we
They
don't
would
know.
go,
We don't know how long those sharks had when they were finned, when the boat was destroyed. So I mean that finning boat could have been out there for a couple days with these things just littering the deck, kind of bloating a little, curing in the sun, decomposing. So under normal circumstances, freshly killed, sure, yeah, they probably sink. Maybe they've just had enough time to kind of bloat up a little bit to stay,
I'm going to go further than that.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to say, because they also pull like an arm out, right? And they're like,
Yes.
oh, the fisherman got fucked this time.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's not the exact line, I'm pretty sure.
It's a Turtle Time movie, so the line is
Yeah, I mean,
irrelevant.
oh my god, the fucking dialogue in this movie. Someone wrote, hell yeah. Yeah, I nailed that line. Yeah, and the script was 20 years in the making. Anyway, so I'm going to say that the Meg took these sharks and somehow either mangled them in such a way or maybe kind of like ran them around, but basically made these sharks buoyant as a trap for people. So I'm going to say it's just a clever Meg move to get these sharks together. So like, the human's going to go there, and that's how it lured the fishermen in the first place. Bam.
Brown.
Bam. That's the official Meg biting sound. Is bam. Bam. So yeah, so I think it's a trap laid by the Meg.
Okay. I can get behind that.
All right. So here's another one for you. So when they first breach that layer of liquid hydrogen sulfide, so when they go through the poo gas barrier,
Yes.
That's good timing.
Yeah.
Okay. Who guess?
It's like, okay, this is the bottom of what they thought was the bottom of the trench is actually like, okay, we've got like another like however many like whatever the real estate is,
Right.
Below the surface, no light whatsoever. Okay, so deep sea creatures
Yep.
do not have pigmentation
Nope.
and are usually blind.
Yep.
Why is the shark gray? Why does it have eyes? Or why does it clearly not like rely on other senses to hunt?
Well, okay, so I can't explain the eyes, but I can explain the coloring.
Okay.
It being gray or whatever.
Yeah,
looking
basically
like a
the
giant great white.
Exactly.
Yeah. It tried to escape the hydrogen so many times. The hydrogen dyed its skin gray.
Okay, so
Because it's like a viscous. When they go
And it
through
is
it's
somewhat
like
caustic,
a
so-
liquid,
Yeah.
like liquid in a liquid. It's very weird.
So I'm going to say it evolved eyes or kept eyes as a natural weak point. And you might be thinking, Ryan, that's kind of strange. Why
no.
would you evolve your own weak point? But I think it's because it basically, without eyes, it would lack a sense of any kind of threat, any kind of self-preservation. Everyone has to have some
Everyone-
kind of vulnerability.
You would just laugh at it.
Yeah. So I think it's an evolved weakness to kind of balance nature, so that things still have a way to fight back.
because it somehow knew that Statham was, going to be born within the next, 2 million years.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
It was just waiting
duh.
for its nemesis,
Right.
Jonas.
To tangent off that,
Yeah.
his ex-wife,
Yeah.
Who, by the way, dresses impeccably with incredible makeup for going on deep sea dives.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
that's one of my-
They all the women in this movie make up
Yeah.
to the
Oh,
nines.
Oh,
okay, in the water, in submersibles, have to deal with wetsuits, rebreathers, masks, all that. Why are they wearing makeup?
Yeah, I
it's
don't
like
know.
again, it's like they're getting ready to go for a job interview or to like on a dinner date, not a 6 kilometer
well,
plus
I mean,
dive.
if we go with the same Masioka logic, maybe it's like I might fucking die down there.
Gotta
and
look good.
You gotta look good, right?
Yes,
Leave
well-
a good-looking corpse is pretty standard.
And the other thing about the universe of this movie is that makeup doesn't run in the water. I mean, Su Yin
Oh, that's true.
in the water and her mascara flawless.
So
still.
it was
So
a compromise
flawless.
of like, okay, I understand it's kind of it's frowned upon to wear makeup in this environment, but if I use really good waterproof,
Then I will
It's
look
like-
good if I die.
And it's also almost a layer of protection at that point.
You're
Really.
right.
I mean, it's
It's
waterproof,
look, yeah,
so
it's
it's
SPF 25.
It's purely safe.
It's goggles.
Really
It's
safe.
goggles, but not
So
without
to-
needing goggles.
So to tangent off even that,
I just want
when-
to see them like just in the water now. It's fine. I have makeup. Everything's fine.
There's like a layer of water over them because they're wearing so much makeup it protects their face.
when
Kind of like in
when-
the
when-
Abyss, how James Cameron invented these suits for the Abyss, and they
Yeah.
ended up becoming real suits because they were so good.
Yes.
Same thing. The Meg invented a kind of makeup that now just deep sea divers just just give me a little lipstick.
Yeah,
boom,
I'm good.
little eyeliner.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, some
good to
foundation,
go.
fine.
Good to go.
So when the first sub gets trapped,
Yeah.
which necessitates bringing Statham back,
Yeah.
Right.
they make a big deal about his ex-wife being stabbed in the left-hand side.
Yep. Right there.
But they
So
say
nice.
they make a big deal about it missed her liver.
Well, definitely a Mr. Liver.
Yeah.
because the liver's on the right side of the fucking abdomen.
Here's the
it
thing.
also missed her ovaries.
Here's the thing, though, right? We're living in this world where makeup is very like water, not water permeable.
Right.
Water can't get through makeup. Humans in this world, for sure,
Right.
liver on the left side,
Right.
or maybe 2 livers, and that's how Jason Statham is still like able to function as an alcoholic because he's got 2 livers to combat.
So they're not human.
No. Well, Jason Statham is at very least not, and probably no crossbreeding. So his ex-wife is probably the same, whatever he is.
Okay, so are we saying they're aliens?
Mm,
Are we saying they're extra dimensional? Or are we saying that? Well, maybe they
mer
were
people,
mer people. Yeah, yeah. I think.
but they can't let
So,
let
like,
people
is
know,
this-
so they have to act normal.
Is this just a really even more awful prequel to Waterworld?
Probably.
Yeah.
This is definitely before Waterworld.
So maybe maybe that's why Jason Statham is so hesitant to go back in the water again.
Yeah.
It's not because he has like PTSD. It's because it's like when you want it's like going to a high school reunion. It's like, I don't want to fucking go in the water.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see Mer Jeff,
Yeah.
and I fucking hate Mer Jeff. He's the fucking worst.
Or what's the doctor's name? Like Heller or whatever.
Right,
Yeah,
Mer
yeah.
Heller. Like I don't want to go see all those Mer people.
I was gonna
like I've moved on from that.
Yeah.
A lot of the Mer people, they never left Mertown, right? They just stayed in that same town.
Yeah.
Jason Statham like went out and saw the world, and he's like, I'm not fucking going back. And they're like, well,
You gotta
your
come
ex-wife went back, and he's like, oh, she hates him too. But
Yeah.
all right.
All right.
I was just gonna go with
Or
the
maybe,
idea that-
maybe the Mertown doesn't know they're divorced yet, so he's like, "Fuck,
Ooh,
we
he's
gotta
like,
go put on a face,
yeah.
right? Like, hey, honey, we're still
We
married."
didn't make it Facebook official, but it's like,
Yeah.
I was just gonna go with the idea that it's like just a really long screwdriver, so it's like it went in the left, and they're like, oh man, it could have gone like straight through, like a
it
kebab
bended
skewer,
itself around her.
or it just went through like a kebab, where it's like, wow, that was close, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Right.
but it's straight on in her. So
yeah, maybe
at
it's-
any rate,
some combination of really long screwdriver
Yeah.
and Mer people.
Yes.
yeah.
Somewhere in the middle is our
Kevin
answer.
Costner's Merfolk Anatomy.
Yeah.
And we've also established that divorce is just not accepted in Mer communities.
No.
It is just not.
No.
You don't get divorced. You
No.
stay with your fish wife.
yes,
Forever.
definitely. Yeah.
But also kind of like the idea that the doctor was just being a dick, and kind of testing people. Oh, Mr. Liver. Nothing? You guys don't? Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Livers are over there for all you fucking idiots.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Speaking of the doctor,
Yes.
played by the incomparable Robert Taylor,
Yes.
who Sheriff Longmire on the Netflix show Longmire. For sure, when this movie started and I saw him, I thought Sheriff Longmire is in a sub now. He has moved his life to the ocean, and he is a rescue or doctor or whatever
Yeah.
in a sub.
So you're saying it's just continual timeline?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
I'm on board with
Yes,
this, really.
yeah. It is just a continuation of the show Longmire. This is the
And a
This is
prequel to
sequel.
Waterworld.
It's
yes,
a prequel to Waterworld.
yes.
So we're creating a very strange timeline,
Well-
but I'm super on board with it. Super on board.
This is why you guys bring me in.
And to circle back even again to you mentioned when Statham leaves Mertown, goes off, sees the world.
Yeah.
How do they lure him back? Do they bring him like a laptop showing him like all the telemetry data, going, here's the last thing we got from the subs, sonar, blah blah blah. No, a $1.3 billion underwater research facility, and they lure back the only man who survived a deep water rescue dive past 10,000 meters with an iPhone voice memo recording of his ex-wife saying he was right.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Let's get out of here. Call the tanks.
Right, it's not working. Oh my god. Oh my god. DJ Mac. There's something down here. Jonas was right. Jonas was right. You called.
Well, look, we
Like-
all like to be right.
Yes.
Right.
So my question is like, why did they not bring something where it's like, here's the sensor data, here's all this? It's like they couldn't bring a laptop.
I mean, Jonas is basically a caveman.
right.
So
True.
telemetry data wouldn't do anything for him. He understands what he can see.
Well, again, I
Kill
mean,
big shark.
yeah, and again, in the Mer community, right? He
Yes.
he doesn't have as much concern for data anyway, because a lot of it's just kind of inherent for him. He just
Right.
kind of understands this
He
stuff
had-
organically.
oh, okay. I like this
But
better.
but I also just think it's something where they knew he would not care about human concerns, because he's always kind of had this kind of struggle of like, do I help these people, but also they're infiltrating the world of my people, right? So he's kind of caught in between anyway.
So-
but when it's like his ex-wife and her two livers, like that's the only thing I'm going to go down there for, is to protect my people. So he's
Yeah.
kind of a fucking asshole,
Yes.
really. He's kind of a speciesist, but
Yes.
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 Oh, there's a fucking mer person
So-
down there, go save her.
Wait, to again tie this to yet another universe.
Yeah.
Is he like some distant relative of like the deserter tribe from Aquaman?
Yes.
Oh,
I think that's why it mirrors the beginning of Aquaman. I
Yeah.
think there's a significant link between this and Aquaman.
Coincidentally, on the DVD, a preview for this movie was Aquaman.
See, perfect.
So-
And there's also times where the shark veers away for like makes no sense.
Yeah.
And like sometimes they're summoning it with a fish sound or the whale sound.
Yeah.
Again,
Sometimes
played
it
on
just-
the iPhone.
Right. Sometimes it just makes really weird choices. So I wonder if that's just like Momoa in the background being like, again, and maybe because that's how you Aquaman. And maybe that's why it's such a low body count. Is he's controlling the shark. He's like, don't fucking eat the people.
Only get some of them. You can eat every now and then.
You can
Right.
eat the ones that make the most Instagram posts,
Right.
the influencers.
Same thing. He's a
shout
man
out.
caught between worlds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You have to strike balance.
Yeah.
The fucking shark. Sharks, plural, spoiler.
Yes.
Even taking into account the fact that there are two.
Yeah.
Scale
Yes.
does not exist in this
No,
film.
no.
This fucking shark changes size
Yes.
probably 17
will.
times.
At will.
Just like it's sometimes it's the size of a fucking jumbo jet, other
Yeah.
times it's like maybe a school bus.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
So
It's,
how
it's
the
like-
fuck
it's,
is that
it's
a thing?
rivaling, the sub that it takes down in the beginning.
So how's that a thing?
I think it's the same way that actually ties into a question I had, which is, how does it survive the ascent through the poo gas layer to the surface? Because the change in pressure, where it's used to being at that crushing pressure, all of a sudden it's at the surface or in the shallows. It basically just turned into it would explode, like the whole.
So maybe it literally changes size to adapt.
It can change its
somehow,
size. It can change its mass because again later then we see they put one of them on the boat.
Right.
How did it not sink the boat?
Yeah.
Well, and like even though that's the big reveal. It's it's the little one, and then we got it. Then it's the big guy. The fucking even understanding there's two within the storyline of the film. The fucking shark they were just dealing with is 9 times the size of the one on the fucking boat.
Yes.
Like why would you be like that? That's the one. We got him. Like,
Yeah.
how did no one go? Really?
I think it's because they could change their size and their mass and everything at will.
Maybe it's even something like it's like a Hulk factor. Like the angrier it gets, the larger it gets, and then as it gets chill, it shrinks.
Wait, are we gonna cross the streams that hard where we're gonna say that this is a Hulk shark living in the Aquaman universe?
Well,
the
I think
prequel to
that's-
Waterworld.
Well,
That's an evolutionary
I
trait.
think that's how it survived the poo gas is because it's so used to gamma radiation.
Oh, here we go.
That it's just really dense. And yeah, so I think it's just purely and again we've already shown it's super smart with the fact of it's using other sharks to trap humans.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
and figure out how to make them buoyant. Maybe
Right.
pass some of its gamma radiation on.
Oh yeah, because everyone knows gamma radiation makes you buoyant,
Yes, of
and
course.
I
Yeah, the
challenge
Hulk is,
any of you to prove me wrong.
the Hulk
gamma
is
radiation
totally a
doesn't make
floater.
you- Also, don't irradiate yourselves. It's
No,
probably
yeah.
disclaimer.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
No,
Mistakes
as
will
a
not be
resident
responsible
X-ray
for
tech, please don't mess with that radiation.
Don't mess
no.
with gamma radiation. You'll think you'll get super strength, but you won't.
Yeah.
You'll just get.
I've been
super
around it
cancer.
for 5 years on the job, and I haven't got shit to show for it. So
I mean, you're pretty strong.
no.
But he doesn't turn green.
I mean, sometimes
Or
when he gets,
like
when he
grayish
drinks too much,
white
he gets.
like the shark. But
Would you? Okay, so why do you have pigmentation, and why do you have eyes? Smart guy.
Surface dwelling meat eater. I don't know.
So an on-screen caption indicates that the Mana 1 research facility is 200 miles off the coast of China,
I love this.
and above the Mariana Trench, the bottom of which is hidden the Meg. The Mariana Trench is actually off the coast of Guam in the Central Pacific, 3,000 miles from China.
Nope.
No?
No.
No?
No, so this is we're going.
That's easy.
We're
Oh,
going.
this show got way easier. Okay.
We're going back in time
Oh.
to when, and I can't think of the name of it. The continent, the
Pangea.
Pangea, but not as far back as Pangea. Things are starting to separate.
Okay.
But China is much closer to Guam at that point.
Okay.
The world has not evolved.
So this is
This
taking,
world has not evolved.
This
that,
is
that
taking
much.
place billions of years in prehistory.
In the universe of the Meg.
Yeah.
Which
so,
is
okay.
also-
So this isn't 2018.
No.
This is 6,000 years ago, or 3 billion years ago.
Yeah.
I'm good at numbers.
Wait, so it's like
somewhere between 6,000 and 3 billion
Yeah.
is the history of the Earth.
So wait,
Yeah, whatever,
is this going
numbers.
to take place in that same historical period as fucking Conan, where it's like between the times when the oceans drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Arius is like we get the fucking Meg?
So that's interesting too, because it's like, so it's not the Meg is like, oh, it's a dinosaur. It's just Megs. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fine.
I mean,
It's a billion years
For
ago.
them, it's a dinosaur,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no. For the rest of the world, China is very close to the Mariana Trench.
Okay, so are we saying that this is like a world that existed that has been wiped off and the world restarted? Or are we saying somehow Mana 1 went back in time? Because I'm kind of on board with this
Rainn
entire
Wilson.
research philosophy. Yeah. I'm saying,
Dimensional seer.
right, and so I'm thinking maybe he's so concerned about, fuck, I'm going to find this stuff, and like, because he makes comments about everyone's going to want it, so he's
Yeah.
like, if I take this whole facility
Yeah.
into the past,
Yeah.
I don't have to fucking worry about anything because no one
right.
else exists yet.
No one
Okay.
can.
Yeah, I'm on board. So Mana 1,
So everybody else in the movie thinks that this is a 2 billion year old shark,
right.
and it is not.
Right, and maybe the Meg escapes into real time when it gets to the coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think Mana 1 exists.
Wow,
Mana 1 has gone back in
that's
time.
way more in depth than the solution I came up with, which was just kind of like the geological equivalent of gerrymandering, like with a voting district, where it's like, yeah, sure, the main part of the Mariana Trench is 2,000, 3,000 miles away, but then it kind of has this little like winding like corridor that comes to like 200 miles, where it's like technically it is a trench.
China's like trying to be like, We are the best country in the world. We have the Mariana Trench.
It's like, it's like
Yes,
it's like if you kind of follow the geological features, it's like it kind of links up there, and it shares some of the same
something about international waters.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
shares like some of the same features where it's like, yeah, it's like technically it's
Which, speaking of international waters,
Yes.
Jonas threatens the Doctor by saying, "I could do whatever I want to you because we're in international waters and there's no law."
Yeah.
Sort of says that, but
Yeah, no,
what-
I think that's like
that-
word for word.
that
Well,
is
yeah.
thank you. That is not how international waters work.
no, because the vessel or
It belongs to whoever owns
whatever
it.
country it's registered to,
Yeah.
the laws apply.
Yeah.
Right, and you're 100% right for humans.
Oh, right.
By
yeah, wait,
Mer law,
Jonas.
like
a Mer person.
By Mer law, there are very set laws within the Mer realm. Again, like they're really hardcore about like divorce. They're really hardcore about
The former
lots of stuff.
Atlantean deserter tribe
Right.
laws still hold precedence.
But once you're in international waters,
Yeah.
Mer law no longer applies.
Sure.
So I'm sure human laws, but by Mer laws, he can beat the shit out of the guy, and
Yeah.
he will not be subject to Mer justice.
Hence the Doctor apologizing when the Magpies
Right.
turned out to be real because he doesn't want to get beat up
Right.
by the Mer person.
Right, because
has
he's
no
also
laws.
Mer Heller, so he's like, fuck, yeah, he can beat me up, and I can't get a Mer lawyer,
Yeah.
right? I can't take him to Mer court.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
So going back to the shark yet again,
Yeah.
if it was from this trench, this lightless, crushing trench, and we've already discussed how, here's how it survived the pressure. We've gone over that.
Right.
Yes.
If it was in the dark, like born and bred in the dark, how is it able to hunt during the day? I mean, it would be blind. Unless...
Unless. Okay. Well,
hang on.
again, it is blind, right? Because the eyes we've already
Yeah, the
shown
eyes
don't
are
do
just-
anything.
they were just developed.
It's just a
Right.
it's the thermal exhaust port,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So we also know it's hyper intelligent, right? And
by
gamma-
shark standards.
by shark standards and gamma irradiated. So I will say it's also just a smidge telepathic, just a dusting
Okay.
of telepathy.
Okay.
So I think it can kind of reach out and feel where other minds are.
Reach out and touch things.
Reach out and touch things. So yeah, so I think it's and that's even why like it follows the flares when they're underwater, even though it can't see it. But he's just playing along. It's part of the game,
Oh,
right? He's
right.
like,
He's like, I can tell these are fucking flares,
yeah,
but I'm
he's
going
like,
to play
he's
your
like,
little
oh
game,
look, I'm going to
Jonas."
get the flares
Yeah.
because it's like I know your thoughts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it. I think it's just it's kind of the long con when he's messing with the humans. So yeah, so I think he's just a little psychic, a little telepathic.
That
So that's
actually
how he
tracks
hunts.
because it's
hunts
like, you think
via
about-
telepathy.
If you think about it, those two Megs that escape, it's not like they got a whole lot to do down there except just cruise around, eat the occasional giant squid.
Developed telepathy.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like this to them. It's like, ooh, wait, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
This is diverting.
Something new to do.
It's like that would also explain some of their behavior once they get to the surface. Because one of my questions was, okay, sharks don't need to eat. It's not like they're hummingbirds where they have to consume like 3 times their body mass like every freaking day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yet these things are gorging themselves on, whales, other sharks.
I mean,
you know,
I also
boats.
don't need to eat my body weight 3 times a day, but I do. So
Yeah. Well, it's
they're just hedonists.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's why they eat the whales in a fairly brutal scene where it's like to them it's like wait, there's other things here that we can
Yeah,
nom
exactly.
on.
Like you've been eating trench garbage
Yep.
your whole life,
100%
and like all of a
trench
sudden now you have human dim sum. You're like, yeah, I was full 6
Human-
people ago, but oh look, a whole new buffet. Like let's do this
Right.
thing.
Like 15 to 40 year age meat.
Yeah, and it's like, so good. So yeah. One last thing is the whales, the mother
Yes.
and the daughter Gracie
Yes.
sing. Chick whales don't sing. Only dude whales sing. I believe the technical term is chick whales and dude whales.
Yes.
So what is that sound? Or did they just misidentify these whales?
Oh, well, they probably misidentified the whale.
Like they're super dudes and they're like,
Yeah.
this is Gracie. Like, whales like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, bro.
Bro.
Do you not see the package?
Yeah.
It's like
But maybe they're thinking, maybe it's flattering to the whales, like Gracie Jiu-Jitsu. Maybe they're thinking it's more like a last name.
Oh, I see.
So then, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, you know what? No, the other thing I was thinking is, it's only the as we know humans that
Right.
point this out, right?
Right.
Jonas never corrects them because he's like, these fucking
He's a
idiots.
fucking-
This is a fucking male whale right
It's
here.
a dude. His name
is
is
a dude
Todd. He just told me his name is Todd.
He just sung that his name is
Or maybe it's Aquaman behind them, kind of faking the sounds.
Oh, wait, I like this.
Yeah, he's like,
Which also explains how, again, breaking the fourth wall for the first time, Rainn Wilson, they walk down into the thing at the first time, and you see all those animals, and he goes, "Did you pay for this?" Because that was literally the thought I had right before that. Did they pay for this? So that's him breaking the fourth wall, right? But as we know now, this is definitely
It's
Momoa
yes,
gathering the animals for a show.
Wait, so we have to clarify this. I have to ask:
yes,
is Momoa Jeff?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
I
Mer
think
Arthur.
yes.
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 Yes. I don't
Yes.
know if I could go see Mer Arthur.
Actually, that would be a okay. On a
So it's
complete
so
side
it's
note-
literally Atlantis that Statham doesn't want to go back to. He's like, I don't want to fuck. They had to bring a fire thing. I got to fight in.
Yeah.
Like it's so fucking stupid. Like oh
They're
god.
so fucking prejudiced. Just,
Yeah, it's just I don't
Okay,
I don't
also-
have a Trident anymore. I don't
like I
know.
ditched all that stuff back at like some locker at a bus depot in Sacramento. Come on. All right. So actually, real world question:
Yes.
how have we not gotten a movie, good, bad, or otherwise? Just how have we not gotten a movie with a showdown of the Jasons where it is Statham versus Momoa?
Oh.
Um,
Well, I think we sort of had it here.
yeah, I think it happened behind the scenes here. I think you
Yeah.
just watched it, buddy,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's kind of like
Momoa controlling the shark.
yeah. Oh yeah.
and Jonas having to escape. And then, just cutting through a giant shark's skin with a knife as he rolls down.
Or just
No problem.
Yeah,
Or-
so maybe
or, like, with
Momoa's
the,
controlling the shark the whole time just to kill Statham because he's like,
Oh, just to fuck with
hate
him.
that guy.
I fucking hate that guy. But then like, there's that one part where the shark almost gets him but doesn't quite, and like he should have gotten him. But maybe Momoa's like, all right,
Wrench it because
he can't bring himself to
the
actually
shark
do it.
tries
Yeah.
to get out of that chain,
Right.
right? And should be able to pull that boat.
Yeah, because he
no
fucking pulled the
problem.
boat earlier,
Yeah.
like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but no, this is
So it's
because
Momoa like I can't
holding him
fucking,
back.
you
It's
know,
like teasing him.
right?
It's
It's
just-
the
like,
whole like
never-
you can't pull the trigger.
Yeah.
God,
He doesn't want to quite go full like Stephen King bully and actually kill anyone. He does want to just fuck with his old, kind of his old antagonist from back in the day. It's like, oh look who's back. All right, yeah.
I think I mean I might be speaking a little out of turn here, but I think we just took The Meg, which is not a very good movie, and Aquaman, which is not a very good movie, and made an amazing movie.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah. So on
We
that
need
note, I think
we need a
we've
mashup trailer.
I think we've proven that The Meg is a flawless movie.
Yes.
So well
As
done,
always.
boys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Not easy, but someone's got to do it.
Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what movie we should do next. And until then, remember there are no mistakes, only missed takes. Cheers.
Cheers.